morning everybody. It's Tuesday week 12 and it's my birthday. I'm 60 years old today and feel every day of it. Not quite. Certainly don't feel as bad as I probably would have if I'd never started running again about 3 years ago. I was just looking at a picture of myself this morning and what a change. Anyway, you don't care about that. So we're in the little coastal small town of Kinghorn, and I'm going to do somewhere, I'm aiming for my 22 k's, but I think it'll be a bit more than that, maybe somewhere between 23 and 25. I haven't actually measured it all. So it's a lovely day, and you see the Firth, it's all nice and calm. My plan is to take the coastal path over here in the distance. You can maybe just see, just on the other, above the pier, you can see the Firth Bridge. This is the first sector from Kinghorn to Burnt Island, so there are various routes depending on the tide, but we are actually okay here. I'll take the alternative route, which is along the beach, I guess, along the side of the beach until we get to the pier, and then skirt alongside the railway. Right, so we'll take my top off and let's get started. Okay, so we're just going to head down onto the beach, run round the rocks that are over there, ouch, and then along to Burnt Island. Right, here we go then. I'm thinking this was a mistake. Coming across the bay, I thought rather than do a straight line to Burnt Island, which would take me into the wet stuff, I thought I would hug the coastline, but it's just as wet, so my feet are soaked already. Not that that's a major problem. Alright. And start. So I think we'll cut up to the road here, because that's either going to be really wet or these stones all the way along to, I mean, it's not far, it's only about half, 3/4 of a k, but I don't want to take a chance of going over on my ankle so early into the run, and let my feet have a chance to, let my feet have a chance to dry off a bit. Okay, so we've cut up onto the road here now, the A92. So we'll just follow this into Burnt Island. So this is the official coastal path. Burnt Island. So here's a map, I think, for the next section, is it? Oh aye, we are here. Right, so we're heading along this way, or is it, you can see it's pretty faded. So it looks like we should be going up to the right here. There aren't actually any signs for the coastal path. Look at that view. Fantastic, isn't it? This is nice. Oh, that's really nice. Take advantage of this. Not sure I would drink it. It's certainly good enough to cool you down. So that goes. Wow, that really is nice. Got to Aberdour, and that's taken me a ridiculous amount of time. It's about an hour and a half. I mean, it was only going to take me about 2¼ hours for the whole thing, and I've still got the best part of what, about 15–16k to do. But most of that was trying to navigate my way through Burnt Island. The signage for this path is ridiculous. Right, okay, no point in sitting around here and complaining about things. I'm actually enjoying it, you know, don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying the run. It's just all the frustrations that are going along with it. Yeah, however, isn't this a lovely place? 16k's to go, which should take about an hour and a half. kind of a pier kind of thing round about there, and that's our final destination, is that little point over there. Just there's 1, 2, 3 spans of the bridge, and it's just at the bottom of the 3rd span. So I think I've done about just under 16k so far. 10 miles, so another 2 miles or so to Inverkeithing, and probably another mile to the bridges. It's about another 5 altogether. So we're about 22 k's in now, which is my target, and oh gosh, it's just like it's St Andrew's run, the last bit, and we've got a monumental hill and it continues all the way up there. To be honest, I'm pooped, so we'll just walk. Well, isn't that a sight? Oh. So here we are, North Queensferry, and the Firth Bridge. Not the Firth Railway Bridge, it's just the Firth Bridge. Nothing like that anywhere else in the world. There might be bigger bridges these days, but not when that was built. There might be smarter designs these days, but that was engineered not just to do its job, but because of the Tay Bridge disaster, they weren't taking any chances with this one. Anyway, so we've probably done a genuine 24k today, and so that was 2k over target. It just goes to show that when you don't really know where you're going, it does make a heck of a difference. That first 8k taking an hour and a half was just, you just can't relate that to anything. Yeah, so let's forget about the time and just go with the distance, which was fine. Tiredness, I was quite surprised. It didn't really set in until about the 20k mark. So, now there we go, you see. That's 3k before the end of the run. Fatigue wise, no real problems other than, you want to stop and have a walk, and some of the hilly bits, probably in the last 5k even, I was walking up the hilly bits, but it's my birthday, I get to do what I like on my birthday, so happy at that. Right, so that's it, birthday run over, day off tomorrow, and then tough days on Thursday. There is word that it's not on because there's another race on. I'll still go along to Falkland, and I'll do, kind of probably about 5 miles, something like that, about 8-10k's. 3 months ago, 10k race or 10k run was probably as far as I would have run, and now I'm thinking of that as an easy run. It's only 10k. That's only in 3 months. Whatever it is that I'm doing, really pleased with it. Right, so from a 60-year-old Milky, it's over a night, and I think I'm almost teetotal, but not quite. There's a pub up there just behind me, so I think I may just pop in there for a little refreshment and then get the bus. Okay then guys, see you on Thursday.